Man, I appreciate you talking though, bro, because you going through the exact same thing. It's like this freaking retrograde, dude. I used to laugh at people. I swear, I used to laugh at people that talked about the retrograde. But when
Cheers
you
to me,
literally
Diana.
Bloody
feel it,
retrogrades. We have a whole life
yeah,
series on
Bloody
bloody
retrogrades. There you go.
Go back to
Man.
it. It's a good one. I might have to
We've seen
repost
this.
it. I might have to repost that one.
Yeah, please do.
please do, because when I need help with this because I never felt a retrograde like this before.
Because you're at 5D, Solomon, that's what it makes them
patterns need to be fixed.
Man.
Hey, Sarah, what do you reckon? Because you're Raven of all of us. You're the one who's connected, I believe. You're our power in this fivesome. What have you felt? Because you are way connected to the energies more than us in a lot of ways. We've all got our own powers. I'm talking now. Now I'm going to talk super friends. We've got all our powers, right? You are connected energetically. What do you feeling? Because you've gone through it. What do you think? You're sitting there taking everything in. I can see it. I can watch it. I see.
Yeah, there's a lot going through my head right now, to be honest with you.
Tell us a little bit about what's going on, because I reckon you'd be able to clarify a lot of the stuff that we're going through.
Well, I don't know if I can clarify much today, to be honest with you. There is so much energy going on right now, whether it's from the solar flares, the eclipses, the retrogrades, Jupiter. Was Jupiter going to retrograde now too?
It's tomorrow. Yeah, I'll make a post on that.
Yeah, like there is so much stuff going on in the atmosphere around us on this planet right now that will trigger us to shed and rebirth ourselves, like shed the old version of ourselves. And we're being shown 100%, like these are the things you need to look at. And I'm noticing, like, a friend of mine, he was just going through something, like with his daughter, and they had sort of stopped talking. And then that wasn't being handled all that well. And then something very similar happened to him with his partner. And now they're not together anymore. So it was very... I'm watching these things, and to me, this is like, well, that thing happened with your partner because you didn't handle what happened with your daughter first, and it's going to keep showing you this until you go back and look at what's causing this. What pushed her away in the first place? What actions are you taking or not taking that made this happen in the first place? Like, where do you need to look at yourself? That is literally making all of the important women in your life move away from you right now.
What just come to my mind, Sarah? That just reminds me of like an illness. Yeah. It's like, what are you doing that is causing this illness to come back?
Well,
that's fantastic. That makes so much sense.
Well,
don't it go?
That's what's going on with me too. I'm in a period where right now, the illness that I have, arthritis, it's not doing very good. It's taken me, I was doing really good. I was on a path of like, holy shit, I think this is going away. And then I started going through a dark night of the soul, and I started falling back into victimhood mentality. I started, feeling sorry for myself, putting myself in situations where people had to take care of me. Subconsciously, I was going back into being sick. And now I'm coming out of it again. I'm seeing where I need to make the changes. I'm seeing my toxic patterns in what my body wants to do to keep me sick. But I'm looking at all of the things that I'm doing that play into that, right? Like, these are patterns that I'm doing that are making me sick. It's not my body falling apart. It's not this. It's what I'm allowing into my life that is creating the perfect atmosphere for that disease to take over again.
100%.
And
sorry, keep going, Sarah.
Looking at our patterns, looking at all of this stuff, like it's becoming, especially with stuff going on in space right now, and with the way that I see things, like things are being shown like that's a pattern, that's a pattern, that's a pattern. They're freaking everywhere. And like even in conversations, like with Willer, like with my roommate, it's like patterns in things that have recurred with us, and like I've noticed how some of our patterns of communication even have changed, and just like how things are becoming more and more prominent, and like it's easier to see now more than ever that that's a pattern. I'm noticing anyway. So like, Jay, I don't really know. Like, I can't really give anybody advice. All I can say is just be aware of what is being
That's
shown.
good advice, Raven.
Well, that's
I've
all
got one more thing to throw at you.
Open up your awareness and like, you know, like be curious about it. Where have I seen this before? What have I experienced similar that is like basically this in a nutshell, but in a different packaging, basically. So it's like opening up your awareness and just letting yourself see things from a different perspective instead of pigeonholing yourself. Because right now there is so much going on that the unit and the veils are so thin that it's really easy that if you just sit with yourself for just a minute, you can actually see these patterns, and the universe is showing you what you need to do right now to get to that spot. And if you're not paying attention, and if you're not being aware, and if you're just stuck, I don't want to face this stuff, I don't want to look at it, I'm just going to keep going, I'm going to ignore, you're going to stay on that lower frequency.
Oh, you're going to manifest.
You're going to manifest.
I'm manifesting so many positive and negative things in my life, yeah? It's unbelievable. The universe genuinely doesn't give two, I'm not going to swear. The universe genuinely doesn't care.
Else has, who cares?
What I am thinking about, right? And people say, your thoughts don't create your reality and matter. I promise you.
Oh, yes, it does.
Yes,
I promise you, like, for the viewers that are watching this, right? Tomorrow morning, wake up and set a thought out, set an intention, okay, whatever that may be, positive or negative, whatever you want to experience, right? And meditate on that thought. Meditate, what I mean by meditate is just keep thinking whatever it is you want to experience that day, okay? And I promise you, the universe will bring you something to show you this is what you are thinking about. This is the path you're going down, whether it's good or bad. And once you start realizing your power, once you start realizing that you do have control over maybe not what comes into your experience every time, but you do have control over how you react to it, and you do have control over how you are vibrating throughout your day. Well, most people do, okay? So for just homework, wake up, set an intention, set just something silly. I remember when I first started out, I don't know if any of you remember these. Do you remember those pencils you used to get in school? It used to be black and yellow pencils with a red top at the end, right?
Yeah.
A random pencil I haven't seen in 15, 20 years, okay? I remember when I first started, I started visualizing this pencil. And I kid you not, by the end of the day, I said to myself, all right, this ain't working. The news come on, right? And on the news were school kids. And this particular school kid was writing. And he was writing with the fucking pencil I was visualizing all day, right? And I haven't seen that pencil in fucking years. So that was when I genuinely, and I mean this, realized how much power my thoughts and emotions mixed together have. So don't take it lightly so I remember Diana said to me the other day, make sure what you're focusing on, because right about now, the manifestation period in between what you want is so limited. That's not the right word. It's so
the veil is so thin. Like you gotta be careful what you wish for.
It manifests quickly. It doesn't matter what you're focusing on, good or bad. You're putting energy. You're putting intention. You're focusing your thoughts and your feeling. Especially if you're feeling into it. That's like the magnet, right? Like the electric. The thoughts of the electrics. It sends out the signal. And then the feeling is the seeker, right? The feeling is what draws it back to you. The magnet, and that's what And that's why, and all these things that are coming up that are darker, right? If we keep, it's on purpose. It's coming into our consciousness for a reason. And then if you keep feeling and thinking into that, you're going in a loop. It's hard to, you can go down a pretty dark path. That's what happened to me earlier this week. I mean, it happens all the time, but recently it's been a little, it's out of nowhere. I'll be good, and something comes into my consciousness. I'm like, what the fuck is this here? I'm like, why is this coming up? I thought this is not that big, but then it will keep pestering. But if you're already in a lower state at all, it's going to be a lot harder to get out of it. If you keep yourself in a little bit higher state, like even me going to the gym, drinking green juice, whatever the hell, breath meditation, I'm at least in a better stand. I'm in a better stance to like handle it. But if you're already stressed out, you haven't slept a lot, your vibrations lower, you're even eating foods that aren't like that make you feel, man, you're going to be more susceptible to stuff. It's going to be harder to get out of it.
100%. I've been seeing the universe has been rewarding me when I've been doing what I've meant to be doing, and it's been testing me when I haven't been doing what I'm meant to be doing. So either way, it's like you see, real talk, like.
That happened to me this morning.
That's awesome awareness, man.
Hey, just to throw something else out there with regards to the pagan rituals, yesterday was technically the official Hallows Eve, which is all the stuff that we feel they're supposed to feel on Halloween night. It actually happened on the 30th of April. That's the true Hallows Eve. So you're talking about the thinning of the veil, the crossing over of the spirits, connecting to the universe, connecting to the earth, where we do all those rituals to end cycles. All those things happen
It's a big date on the Satanic calendar. The 30th of April is.
It's actually the pagan calendar, because what they did was the certain people, which I'm not going to say, because I don't want to get done, decide to change it and commercialize it. If you get wrong, even though I love Halloween, that's my Christmas.
Yeah, me too.
They took all that stuff there and moved it over to the 31st of October. Go and watch a video. I'll find a video and I'll post it. But it's the official Hallows Eve. When the pagans ruled the earth. If you want to go that way, we'll leave it at that. This is what happened when the thinning of the veil, connecting to the universe, releasing stuff from yourself and connecting to the universe in certain ways. That's when it was done. So the energy is now, we've got Mercury retrograde, Jupiter retrograde, and the Hallows Eve the traditional Hallows Eve going through. Think about the craziness that is happening. So it will settle.
Another thing is, I've realized through this insane energy shift, right, is that the higher you vibrate in the spiritual realm, you are illuminated.
Yep.
And those motherfucking demons can see you.
And they can see you.
Yeah. You got the light over your head. I heard the expression.
And you will be attacked
over you.
more often. You will be attacked frequently if you do not stay on top of your spiritual shield and armor.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Yeah. Which is your spiritual work, which is your meditation, your grounding, your eating good, your gym.
Bring your shadow out as well.
What's that?
Bring your shadow out.
Yeah.
Bring that person that helps the inner child. Bring it out. Use it for good, and use it to use it for what it is, and protect yourself in that way.
Because you need it.
You need to be able to enhance it. It's like, you find your, Mortal Kombat. Here we go. This is where I'm connected to. So they changed. Mortal Kombat. Yeah, lovely. Mortal Kombat. So pretty much.
That game.
Oh, yeah. It's a fantastic game. They would change into their spirit, into their shadow spirit. So, for example, Liu Kang would turn into a dragon when he needed to. Right? When it matters. It's not a case of you doing any hurt. You're just standing there and just going, look, I'm protecting me and my aura. But it comes to a point. It's like, repeatedly hit someone. What are they going to do? Right? Keep hitting it. What's going to happen? So you're going to bring that out, but people think it's like it's your it's your negative self, but it's not. I've learnt that because I've got the most ugliest thing that I use, but it's not. It's standing and making you strong. So you use it for it's your intention of what you're going to do with it.
You see what?
Power of intention, all those kind of things. Which Wayne
Jay,
Dyer talks about a lot on the shift.
Check it out, Jay. It's like this here, man. People get darkness and light is corrupt these days. You see, they so afraid of their dark self that they try to, like, I don't know, call themselves trying to banish it or something.
Yep, exactly.
But, you know, they stuck on this. If you slap this cheek, I'm gonna turn around and let you slap the other one. It don't go like that. You have to embrace the power of your dark side because you're gonna need it. Otherwise, like you say, somebody keep punching on you. I mean, what are you gonna do, bro? If you don't have that, your dark side is the power of yourself. You see, that's why when you showed me your friend, dude, I was like, we got so much in common. But I just, you know, to keep it how it is on here, you need that. You see what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with it. People look at darkness as it's something negative, and it's not. That people look at darkness as if it's the absence of light, and it's another form of it.
No.
You see what I'm saying? Like Cortez said, when you are in that spiritual realm and you doing the work here in third density, you literally become illuminated. You become the light that's shining in the darkness. You see what I'm saying? And there's other dark beings and entities is going to affect you. But the thing is, it starts up here. You know what I mean? So what I don't get with a lot of people, they don't know how possession starts. Possession starts in the mind, guys. You see? Mm-hmm. And that's why a lot of people feel like their thoughts don't create their reality because they stuck in the loop. They fed upon or whatever. But for the people that's listening, you got to understand where the mind goes, the body follows respectfully. You see, like Jay said, do some homework and try it. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm gonna use this for instance right here. If you want a pizza, right, and this is so simple, the first thing you're gonna do is visualize that pizza. Because something went on in your mind that made you want to visualize that pizza. Next thing you know, you're going to feel hungry. You see, next thing you know, what's next? The law of action. You're going to get up and you're going to go get that pizza. You brought it into reality, regardless if it's here already.
Your mouth start watering and everything, innit, before you even got
it. Real talk, bro. Real talk.
You go down to the power of choice. Power of choice as well. Remember
that's the power of the subconscious mind, boy.
Exactly, bro. It don't know the difference, bro. It don't know the difference. And let me tell you what they fail to do. They fail to train their mind, bro. You have to train, even if you think of a thought that negatively affects your body. There's no harm, no foul. You still training yourself. Your thoughts create your emotions and everything, dude. It really does.
You have to disconnect from your mind first, because don't forget, Solomon, a lot of people don't know the difference between them and their mind. They believe they are their mind.
Mm-hmm. Find your Ricardo, your purpose.
They believe they are their body. So how can you watch and stand guard of your mind if you don't even know you have it, if you think you are it?
Yeah.
Do you understand? And I think it's that disconnection between mind, body, and spirit first. Understand who you are. You're not your mind, you're not your body.
You're not.
You're your spirit. I go one step further. It's your spirit too. So when you're even looking, a friend of mine, well, you know, Michael McNair, my spiritual coach, he said, think about what you're filling your mind with. Like, for example, the stuff that we're watching, is it mindless? And that's where you're at. Like, I look at some of the stuff when I was watching The Dirt by Motley Crue, right? But my head wasn't where I am now. So where I was trying to be Nicky Sixx, which basically he was down in the lowest part. He was trying to neck himself, let's be honest. But now that I look at other stuff, like we watch our spiritual stuff, the shift, and we're doing all these things, we're actually changing our vibration so we can watch these things. And what we should be doing is enjoying everything on this earth that people give us. Enjoy the music, enjoy the videos, enjoy this, but not enjoy it for what it is. It's giving us, raising our vibration to be happy and become better. People go, oh, this is great to watch. This is great to have these little, you know, all my little wrestling figures that I do and Sarah collects and all that stuff. It's part of enjoying it, not using it as a tool to control.
Mm-hmm.
I totally did that.
How you going there, young lady?
Me? I got a
Which
lot
one?
of stuff going on my
She
head.
in her own esoteric world, man. I see it.
We're
I see
sending
Yeah,
you
it.
good vibes.
there's something I really got to say too, and like I keep having openings to say it, or like you guys will
Go.
say something, and then it'll kind of get off track again. So I'm like, I was never sure where to say it, but it needs to be said. We're talking a lot about astral travel right now, and we're talking a lot about going somewhere else with your spirit, like leaving your body. Right now, with everything that's going on the planet, with the solar flares, the eclipses, the retrogrades, the veil being really, really thin, all those negative energies coming into the planet, searching for light, searching for vessels to come and take over, right? They need somewhere to be, and they want to be in a vessel. The moment we start astral traveling and removing ourselves from our body, we're giving them an opening to come in.
100%.
So if you are not a pro astral traveler, do not astral travel right now. Don't
Mm-hmm.
do it. It is not safe. If
It's
you're like,
really
Mm-hmm.
oh, I
not.
just found about astral travel on TikTok,
Yeah, no.
don't
Oh
fucking do
Lord.
it. Now is not a good time to learn. Okay?
And if
Read
you
about
don't
it.
know what
Do that, but
Sarah
do
means,
not attempt it right now. There is too much open energy. The veil is too thin.
Yeah.
And the moment you leave your body, all of the energies that are around your vicinity or have little beacons out waiting for empty vessels to open
mm-hmm.
up, waiting for space, they will come in and they will take over parts of your body. They will take over parts of your mind. And when you come back in, you might not feel like yourself
That's
because
if
you're
you
not.
get back in.
Thank you
If you
very
can.
much.
Yeah.
That's
If you
if you
can, you're
get
right.
back
If
in.
you can, you may or may not get stuck. I haven't heard of anything like that happening recently, but it's not impossible for that stuff to happen, right? So, and I've noticed, like, I was talking to my coach Zach about this just yesterday. We were talking about like learning about all of these things, and like right now everyone, like the biggest hype on TikTok right now is astral travel. Everybody's got to astral travel.
Yeah.
Don't
Oh,
do
And
it.
they're
yes.
trying
Yeah.
to promote that
Don't.
more, yeah, because
They
they know that
show
Trying
off.
to
everything's
promote it
everything's
so that
planned.
these
Yeah.
energies looking for homes to take over, because don't forget, we're in a battle between dark and light right now. If you
Why
are
is
light
that
and
though?
you leave your vessel, the darkness will come in some capacity.
I
Be
saw a
What?
I saw a
fucking
video.
careful.
I saw a video that said there's scientifically you can scientifically they've done it scientifically. You can astro travel. We've known how to do it. What a load of bullshit.
Yeah, I don't,
No, that's not bullshit. That okay,
it's
hold
not.
on a second. There
What?
is there's some military shit, and like
Yeah.
I watched a lot of like really interesting like esoteric military, like they literally try to make mechanical fixtures of this esoteric stuff to make portals and stuff like that. Like they are doing
Okay.
it, okay?
Are they?
This is
Oh, well,
not
there you
like
go. I didn't know
there
that.
are
100%.
secret
Okay,
programs
Sarah,
out there
can I ask you
that
something?
yeah,
Okay, like
like
what about in the
I
thought world, right?
yeah.
What about in the thought world? Because I saw something the other day about what the Soviet Union is so called doing. You know, with this I'm gonna say telepathy or something like that. That's what I'm gonna call it. But what about when you because the first thing I do is I project before I travel. You see, is it now the other morning when I woke up, you know what I mean? I wasn't myself, and it was so hard to shake. Like, could that have been a possibility of really?
Yeah. I was gonna say, if you are a traveler, if you are someone who does this and you are a professional,
Oh, I've been doing this since
add
14.
add a level of protective practice to your session before you travel. Make sure your vessel is protected. Make sure your home that the vessel is sitting in is protected. Make sure no matter what, like my coach was telling me the other day, he's like, you're for people who are professionals doing this, like right now nobody should be doing this, but if you have to, if you feel like you absolutely must and you know what you're doing, spend just as much time in protective meditation and shielding meditation or more than you plan to spend on the other astral realm. Like, it has to be equal or more than time spent protecting your vessel and your home than you are actually traveling. The protection is the most important part right now. You have to shield yourself, because if you start projecting outwards, you're already, a part of you is leaving your body. You're leaving little spaces open, right? But if you protect and if you shield before you even leave, it makes it even less chance for them to be able to enter your vessel or your home. So
okay, I have one. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, just be careful, because I know you do this, and this is why I wanted to talk about this, because I know Jay does it, you do it, we're all kind of traveling around right now.
I see some of y'all sometimes, so.
I want us all to be protected, right? So there are a couple of really good Steve Nobel psychic protection meditations that I do. If you want, I can share them with you guys.
Okay.
See, with
I have one more question, because she got me so intrigued. I'm sorry.
No, you're right, mate. Keep going.
I'm about to be transparent. You feel me? As you, I've been doing a lot of shadow work. I've been doing a lot of work on myself, right? And that by me doing a lot of work on myself, the space that I'm in, that I normally keep tidy, is kind of, dirty. I'm not gonna lie to nobody. Like, when I look today, I saw where I kind of missed the ashtray when I was, going through my thing, and I got this intuitive thing, and it kept saying, clean your space, clean your space. Dude, I've been doing Palo Santo and everything, and it's like my space is clean. But when I looked around and I saw so much dirt, so that matters as well.
Yeah, actually it does.
100%.
The energy in which, if we say we've got a bunch of stuff blocking our doorway, you're not allowing flow to come in. You're not allowing for positivity. You've just got junk in your entryways.
Stagnant energy.
So if you've got a bunch of stuff scattered all over your tables and there's no room to put anything down, there's no clarity.
I was just saying over it. That's all. I'm not gonna lie.
There's no space, right? So if you're looking around your room and there's no clear spaces in your house, there's no clear spaces in your mind, right? So your environment is a direct reflection. Your outer environment is a direct reflection of what's going on in your inner environment. So if you're feeling a little bit scattered, or if you notice that, hey, my house is a little bit scattered, I haven't really been keeping up with physical cleaning.
Yeah, I haven't.
Check in with yourself and see, where haven't you been keeping up with your own inner cleaning?
So there's your synchronicities in that stuff, isn't it, Sarah?
Absolutely.
It's all synchronicity. Sorry, keep going. Sorry.
To find out what's going on in your inner world, just take a look at, open your eyes a little bit further and check out what's going on in your outer world. There will be.
I'm living proof.
Yeah.
Everything's got to have its place. I mean, look, I collect a lot of garbage. I won't call it garbage. I love everything I've got, but the thing is, everything's got its place. My mates come around here and go, my God, it's such in order. I go, yeah, it's exactly because it's in order. So my mind's in order. Because if you're not, especially when you're, Sarah and I do collect stuff, and when you have to put it in one spot. It can't be everywhere. It's got to have its place. So that's the same sort of thing as what happens in your mind. You can see your outer environment actually goes into your own mind. Diana, what do you reckon? You've been pondering something to say, I think. What do you reckon? Because you're getting all these great, just to let everyone know some of the great stuff that she's doing on social media, and just a quick plug for her new Trailblazers of the Universe podcast. There you go.
Yep, what's up? And I like it. It's a different outlet for me. It's doing something a little different. I feel like we have a little more freedom with things. So it's on Spotify. I'm still waiting on Apple. It takes 2 weeks to approve Apple, Google, but Spotify's good enough. That's good for now. But I think cleaning the space is a big thing, even as far as manifestation goes. I don't know about all, the spiritual stuff, I can feel that too, but it's I notice every time when I get rid of even a bag of clothes, I'll donate it to a charity box or something I don't need, or old shoes or whatever, purses. Every time I do that, you get a good little feeling, but it's your space is clear, and I feel like I can bring more in. I've had literally new business opportunities, job opportunities, relationships, things when I've gotten rid of moving. That's a whole nother thing on its own. Yeah, but it's just clearing that space, and it is true. I mean, do you notice when your room or even business space, whatever the hell you have, is more messy, more cluttered. Don't you know? It is a reflection because having you felt like more off, you feel like unorganized,
less clients,
you feel like
and less
disheveled.
focused.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even dusting, even for me, like even just dusting my desk I have right now that I'm doing this podcast on. If my area is all like messy and needs a little dusty and I have stuff everywhere, I don't feel like I can even channel correctly and give the messages I need to say. Even when I record videos too, I have to make my bed. Like when I was doing it on my bed, I kind of switch off where I do it now. But even the couch I'm on, like if it's not clear, like I almost feel like I can't even get the right messages through. It just feels like the space isn't clear. So yeah.
Cluttered room, cluttered mind.
Amazing information.
I'm
Thank
gonna
y'all
have-
for real.
I'm gonna have to jump off because I got another one to do. So
Me too.
I guess
I got
if
you
you,
too,
if you
'cause
want,
I
we can
promised
just
my
end
baby I
it.
was gonna take her to the park.
Yeah. Why don't we
let's
just
do
end
it.
it? We can just do more. Yeah, more frequent. We'll do
Yeah,
another
we
one
can
with all
pick
of
up
us
on
on.
it.
It was
Fantastic.
good.
all right, I'll do the
got something to do.
guys. I just want to say thank you very much. It's been a pleasure to get in with my soul family. It always brings us up. If you want to follow us, we've got the big fellow, Cortez Medford. He loves it when I say this stuff. We've got to call him Hercules now. I've worked out he's the fire sign of Hercules. He's over on Spiritual Needs TV on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and every other social media platform. You've got Diana from Trailblazers of the Universe. Find her on Spotify with her new podcast and also everywhere on social media. She pops up in many, many groups. Look, just hashtag Trailblazers of the Universe. And I'm going to get Sarah's one wrong. Big soul healing. Soul healing. Soul healing. Hey, come on, it's 7 o'clock in the morning.
I know, man. Hey, look, we be off sometime, man, but it's all
No,
good.
Big
he
soul
took like
healing
6
with
months
Sarah.
just to get small Sarah Big Soul. He messed it up every single time, and
then I
now, and now she
changed it
just
on him.
changed it
Come
to
on.
Big Soul Healing, and now it's
Big
soul
soul
healing. Healing.
It's all
Hella
good.
healing. But
It's
you can
all
pick
good.
up Sarah on Instagram. We've got TikTok as well. And she's got her own little personal business going. So if you want to shoot her a message, that'd be great. Solomon King, the great fella from
Esoteric Minds
can
Media.
you just tell us your handles, mate? So 'cause I know you're on TikTok, you're on Facebook. What's
What
what do they
Esoteric
find you
Minds
on, mate?
Media. Esoteric Minds Media on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook.
Fantastic. Okay, and you can find myself, Journey of a Whitefeather, and also Words of the Warrior on TikTok. Thanks very much for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. Another great episode of Life Theories. We'll sign off, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
Thank
And
you
make
so
sure
much
you
for
be your
coming,
best.
guys.
Be your
love.
best, and make sure you protect yourself and protect your family always. Love you all. Take
Have
care.
a blessed
See
day,
yous.
guys.
Take care,
Bye.
people. Blessed.
All right now.